All right, here we are. Hello, everyone. Hello, bye. It's freezing in Iowa, huh? Sounds like fun. It's actually nice today. I got the windows open. Supposed to get into the 70s. Maybe a little rain tomorrow, and then I think we're supposed to be up into the 90s later in the week. Went right from winter to summer. All the plants are starting to pop, though. Hello, Scott. Maybe it'd be nice if you turned and faced the audience. That would at least be the nice thing to do, right, Bite? Yeah, that's too bad about Rhonda. For those of you who don't know, Rhonda and the kids aren't going to be here today. Apparently, one of their cats died last night, and so they're dealing with that. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, and Mom seems to be doing fine too. I got my text from her. I didn't read all of it yet. Here, hang on. I usually like to kind of look at this at the same time I share it with you. She got involved. She was late sending me her text message, and she apologized for that because she got wrapped up in a basketball game. Yeah, that's my mom. Her team lost though, so okay. She's complaining about the weather, how it goes from cold and rainy, and but she says not enough rain to hot and highs in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, she said the same thing I just said. We want spring, not summer. Hopes everyone's doing well. That's yeah, basically that's the message. So it seems to be doing good. Oh, who is her team? I don't even remember at this point. I don't follow basketball at all. Hey, Black Dot. Hi, Jan. Roberta's got big plans ahead here. Hi, Suzanne. Yeah, it's funny. You recall that's that pot that I put on top of the tree stump when I cut down the tree, and the four plants around the outside are just supposed to be annuals, and one of those things that uh, they grow for one season and then that's the end of it, and you got to replace them. But those are the four things. Those are the things that survived, and the perennial in the middle died in the big freeze a few weeks ago. So yeah, I don't know. That's the beauty of gardening in this area. Is you just if something doesn't work, you find something that will. We'll put something else in there. Right now, the flowers look nice though. No, no, my mom is NBA. I know that. I just don't recall which team. Morning, Dana. How are you? No, my mom. I don't think my mom would like the heat, but then again, she's mostly inside anyway. So Yeah, that was what you said about moving up to Sacramento. I don't want to move to Sacramento with my sister. It's too hot out there. Mom, you spend your entire life inside an air conditioned house. You can find an air conditioned house in Sacramento too. And I think she ultimately broke down on that. I mean, she does get out sometimes, but yeah, I was starting to think that it's real nice now. I should probably start doing some stuff in the garden now to start getting the yard ready. I noticed today. I mentioned I think a couple weeks ago that little section in front by the front porch there that I planted about a year ago, that I thought the hydrangeas had died, but I was out there today and they're budding up again. So those things are more hardy. Maybe that's just how it's going to work with them. Every year they die off probably in the cold and come back. I found the hydrangeas I had in California were really hardy that way too. You could just, they'd kind of die off in the winter, and then you cut them back almost to the ground, and they just bud up again. Yeah, I heard that Jordan did a live stream last night. I missed that one. Hello, Gene. Are the kitchen cabinets the last home improvement or indoor home improvement project? Um, I think except for painting the master bathroom, I still got to do that. But who knows? This might be like the Golden Gate Bridge. I finish it up and I just get start over again and do something else. This may just turn out to be an everlasting project here, but I don't know. No, I'm not one person that kind of changes his mind and does things unless I don't like how something came out. And pretty much I'm happy with how everything came out in this house. So I think we'll stick with what we got. Who knows though? Something may eventually start annoying me, and we'll deal with that. You're gonna go buy doorstops? Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny how they got the different options too, because I was never really aware. I never really kept up on doorstop technology. So the first time I saw the ones that go on the hinges was here on this house and that on that door right there. And I said, oh, that's a really clever idea. And I figured that'd be perfect in those couple spots where it was an odd angle. Am I planning to do any outdoor live streams? I don't know. Maybe I probably could have pulled it off today. Probably could have pulled it off last week. In fact, I think I seriously considered doing it last week, but I was concerned it was a little too windy, and that might make it a little. And it's a little better today. I probably could have gotten away with doing it today, but hello, Tracy. I am still planning on replacing the kitchen cabinet, but I need some time on that. It's been really draining going through all this and having nothing come of it. I just need a little time off, so we'll revisit that at some point. Hello, Mark. How are you? Hello, Debs. Hello, Bite. Oh, and there's Nibble wandering around over there too. She's wondering why we aren't paying attention to her. One for Nibble too. Come on, got to come into the screen here. I throw him to Nibble because Nibble's a scaredy cat. You're not a scaredy cat, though, are you? No, you aren't. Great job, Bite. You're the man. All right, let's see what's going on here. Where's Rhonda? Rhonda's one of Rhonda and the girls' cats died last night, so they're not going to be with us today. So keep them in your thoughts. They're going through a sad time right now. Rhonda posted a picture. Let me see if I can find it of the kitty they lost. Yeah, that's her right there. Apparently, she had like a seizure last night and passed away this morning. So Rhonda and the girls are sad right now. Kind of looks like Bite, doesn't he? I don't know if you can tell, but he's actually sticking his tongue out, which is kind of funny. That's a great cat. So yeah, no Rhonda and the girls today. Sorry. Your tomatoes and cucumbers are growing like gangbusters. Really? You're not getting any tomatoes or cucumbers. Just the plants are growing, right? It's a little early in the season for that. Hey Eric, how are you? Haven't seen you in a few weeks. Yeah, I know. I understand. Pets are family. I know. One of these days, I'm going to lose my two, and not looking forward to that. So, I've lost pets in the past, and imagine doing it with a couple of toddlers. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that with social media. Honestly, I'd probably do it too, if I didn't have a couple of Facebook pages. The Escaping the Mouse one, and also my Guided by Voices one. Other than that, I don't. I try and stay out of it. I don't post on Facebook very much anymore. A lot of people discover, hey, he's on Facebook, from the vlog, following on the vlog. They say, oh, he's on Facebook, and they follow me, and they find I don't post anything. What's my take on the Will Smith? That was unacceptable. Yeah, I heard he resigned from the MPAA, but that unfortunately, it's just an escalation. It isn't even the end. It's gonna escalate from that. We like to think, oh man, this is the worst. It's never gonna get any worse than this. Next time, somebody's gonna do more, and that's just the world we've gotten into. I was reading an article the other day how kind of the pinnacle of civilization for humanity was when we got to the point where somebody could say something to you and you didn't feel the need to kill them for it. Because in the not too recent past, you could offend somebody and get challenged to a duel or just be beat to death. That's kind of been the way for forever until recently, and now we're kind of regressing. I don't know. It's like resigning from Costco. It means nothing. Yeah. Oh, Jen started a box garden. That's how you're getting your tomatoes going. That's There is an advantage to that over going in the ground or something like that. Is if you have them on a box, you could maybe move the box if the weather gets extreme. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, John. People are too sensitive. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Angela, that there's other reports of this. You often hear about actors who do like action and aggressive type movies. Often, they got to have a little bit of that in them, and occasionally you see it in their private life too. Yeah, I just don't think that I don't think that that's going to be the end of it. You know, that's just that's just the new level to be surpassed. You're probably right, Suzanne, but they're not going to do that. He makes too much money for Hollywood. Well, honestly, Tom Cruise is kind of a screwball in his film life too. My mom's good. She's complaining about the weather. She's frustrated that one day is cloudy and kind of trying to rain, which she wishes it would rain more, and then the next day it's like 90 and you know she said she wanted some spring, and it went right from winter to summer. You just sent me the Miss Fields cookie recipe. That's funny. I was thinking about maybe doing a cooking vlog today. I was looking through the email and I realized a lot of people have sent me recipes in the past couple of weeks or couple months, and I haven't really done a viewer recipe in a while. It's always been things in the instant pot I got or something like that. So maybe today. You bought a drone for your videos? Nice. I've been thinking it'd be fun to have a drone, but they're expensive. At least the good ones are. In the 70s in Amarillo during the day, but 30s and 40s at night. So yeah, you bring them in, right? Yeah, I know. I like to try and keep my videos light. I mean, I don't always do. You know, I cover some dark subjects too, but I try and have fun with things. Have I tried Arrow Garden? No, I haven't. I don't even know what that is. That would be my concern about a drone is losing it in the ocean or something. I wouldn't want to fly it over water for that reason. A drone would be a fun thing, although my mom has kind of a negative opinion of drones, so I don't know how much she'd be on board with me with helping me buy one. It's an indoor garden for plants and veggies, huh? Kind of like that retractable thing in Back to the Future too. Yeah, I agree, Angela. The email address for like sending recipes and stuff like that is escapingthemouse at gmail.com. Escaping the mouse being all one word. Actually, I do. I have had a GoPro that I put on my on my helmet. I just wanted to see if I could put it on the handlebars and not look like such a dork riding around on my bike. Oh yeah, here's a guy with a big GoPro sticking out of the top of his head. Somebody suggested like a chest harness too, and that might be a way to go too. Well, I've you know I have a little concern about cheap drones because you want something that's got got, the intelligence, the ability to, be stable enough so that you can get usable video out of it. It's not so noisy that you drown out all your audio with the noise of the drone. You spend a little bit more money, you get better quality, you get more features, that kind of stuff. Uh, Jordan once had a drone that was kind of on the cheap end of things, and the video he got from it was virtually unusable. Am I planning to go see my mom soon? Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I know I keep saying that, and one of these days I got to do something about it. But yeah, I'm going to go see her at some point. What's on my agenda today? Well, I got to do some serious vlogging because between between the media cycle or the maintenance cycle that we had at work a few weeks ago, where I worked every day for like 12 days, which didn't leave a lot of chance for vlogging. And the fact that I got like 3 or 4 vlogs I've done the past couple weeks where I got to like a sticking point and it was like I was unable to finish it. So I've got like 4 vlogs that are partially shot where I shot the beginning and got to finish them up. And because of that, I'm like, I have no buffer right now. There are no videos right now uploaded. So if I got struck by lightning right now and that was the end, that last night's vlog, that was it. So I got to shoot some more. I got to get a bit of a buffer so that if something does go wrong, I do have a video maybe that doesn't work out. Then it's like, oh man, well we don't have a video tonight. So I want to try and get caught up and get maybe ahead of the game again. I got to do at least 3 this week. Yeah, I like drone video footage too, and there are some things that it would be fun to be able to go vlog with a drone. But I'd have to put 500 or $1,000 in to get one that I think would be good quality. Jordan considered a drone at one point, but I don't know what his position is on it now. Because there's stuff that he's done that would have been amazing if he could have gotten drone footage. Well, actually, I got kind of 2 things I'm maybe thinking about doing today, Angela, uh, because I got 2 ideas of things I'd like to do that are the type of projects that you do something and then you have to wait, and then if you do something again and you have to wait. So I want to try and take, you know, part of one vlog, shoot that, then shoot the first part of the other vlog, and then leapfrog back and forth, and allow the wait time to. And while the wait time is going on, I'm doing the do something time on the other thing. See if I can get two vlogs shot at once. I was thinking it'd be kind of funny at some point to get on and say, okay, well, this is how I'm shooting this. Would you like to actually see me edit it together in the order it was shot, and then you could watch it go back and forth? It'd be like watching a Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah, well, like I said, that was the advantage to waiting a whole week between when I got that camera mount and when I shot it, because it was actually a couple of days later. I said, you know what? I got the ability now to put 3 cameras on that handlebar. We ought to try all 3 and do them side by side and see what happens. And I did say that the GoPro video was the best, but none of them were really good. They aren't really. I need some sort of a steady cam mount, and maybe putting it on my head or putting it on a chest harness is going to be the way to go, because a lot of it looked like that, even under the best circumstances. Can you get drones without cameras? Yeah, I suppose you could. I don't know what the point would be. I mean, unless you wanted to like race them or something like that, that might kind of be fun. I was not sure at all how that micro wrestling one would be taken. It was very politically incorrect, and I thought it might offend people. So I'm glad it was received as well as it was. I mean, for people who think that we're laughing at those people, uh, no, we aren't really. And I mean, it's providing them with an income, and I think that whole company is run by little people. So it's even in like in the management, I believe so good for them. And I mean, they're great acrobats. They were funny. I remember laughing almost hysterically because I had just started watching Cobra Kai, and one of them went and did the Ralph Macchio crane move uh, for one of the scenes. It was like I was laughing because that was so funny. Yeah, Jordan, um, can definitely get good stories. He can definitely jerk at your emotions. Yeah, well, I don't know how I didn't see Adam's video, and I don't know if he was off road because I mean the cameras did better when I was driving on the street. No, I think Tabasco is in Tennessee or Alabama or something like that. No, Louisiana. I think it's Louisiana. That's actually the next state over. That would be a potential vlog because I'm sure it's Louisiana. Yeah, yeah. Avery Island, Louisiana. So that would be an option. That'd be a good idea for a vlog. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's always amazed me the way Jordan can connect up with people. He's just that kind of a person. He's got that kind of personality where he just instantly is likable, and he can just talk his way into anything. That's part of what makes his vlogs so good is because when he does interview people, it's just like two people having a conversation with each other. Do I plan to go visit Jordan? Yeah, I'll do that at some point. Maybe this summer. I don't know. We'll coordinate up at some point, but I do want to see his new house. It's crazy. This July, I'm already going to have been here 2 years. I know I've said that before, but that's hard to believe. Um, oh, Eric's got a big exam coming up. Better get ready, man. I am so glad I'm out of school. I feel for you, my friend. What's the pool temp? Still too cold. I don't know. I still have the cover on it, so I don't know. I haven't pulled back that part of the cover, but I'm guessing it's probably in the 50s or 60s because it's only started to be warm recently. It's going to take a long time for that much water to heat up. When Pike comes back, give him a belly rub. Well, yeah, we'll see about that. Remind me if you see him. What's the high for today? I think it's supposed to be like in the mid 80s, so it's gonna be a nice day. Maybe a little rain tomorrow, but I don't know. It's I've been watching the weather report for last few days on it, and like 4 days ago they were saying it was 90% chance it was going to rain. Then it was 70%. Then it was 50. Today it's like 39. So it's going to be one of those another one of those storms that just kind of you know fizzles out. I still don't know what typical weather is. I know that kind of summer is the season where you can get those great electrical storms that I love. Work hours back to normal? Yeah, I've been back to normal now for about 2 weeks. Just regular work hours now. Yeah, I think my parents went through the Tabasco factory a number of years ago. They brought me back like a 1 gallon bottle of Tabasco sauce. Have I planted any rose bushes? Yeah, I've got a rose bush in the front yard. One of my viewers a year ago said she wanted me to have a yellow rose of Texas. And I said, you know what, that's a great idea. And she sent me like a PayPal contribution. And I said, you know what, I'm going to buy a yellow rose of Texas just for her. So that's in the front yard. Everything kind of goes dormant in the winter, but I noticed the other day that that's kind of bouncing back now too. So, hopefully we'll get some roses out of that. Oh, COVID's never going to be over. It's part of our planet now. We're just going to have to get used to it. It's like the flu. You love the doorstop videos. Awesome. Thank you. Chilly but dry in Ohio. I saw there was like a big blizzard that went through, um, like kind of up. I know I saw it was going through like the Dakotas and Minnesota and all that. Did that affect you? Is that why it's cold? You may be onto something, Gene. I mean, have you noticed we don't see him anymore? He used to be. You couldn't turn around without seeing Fauci. He just suddenly just slipped off the map. I think somebody told him his time, his 15 minutes is over. I love the cooking vlogs. Thank you. Mid 40s. That's a heat streak there. Short pants and t-shirt weather. Do the cats play with the door stopper? Not that I'm aware of. Do you like the door stoppers? No, not very interested. I don't think. All your friends call them fakey. I've heard that too. Well, have you noticed that the Ukraine story is even starting to fade now? They're not talking about that as much. Well, the flash front is all a matter is on the same front as the going home to visit mom front, and right now I got to get to the point where I do that. I know I keep saying that. One of these times I'll actually do it. Well, and that's and I'm still not entirely sure that Fauci wasn't partially involved in the creation of COVID. It seems likely that there was funding going on at that lab from the U.S. and it either had to be Fauci or Fauci's boss that signed off on it because it's America's uh, official policy is that we don't do gain of function research. Drew Barrymore is doing a talk show from the silos, like right now. You believe it'll be Monday? Oh, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me that he's invested in this. Oh, okay. So coming up in the upcoming weeks. Okay. Hey, bye. Where are you, buddy? Oh, there he is. I hear him. Meow, meow, meow. So he just needs to feel loved. So there's one of them. The other one's probably in her room. It's a nice day today, so I opened up the window. So she's probably laying on the shelf by the window, enjoying the sights and sounds and smells and warmth. Kind of this time of the morning, the sun is over there, right outside their window. So, yeah, Suzanne, you got blocked. You got blocked by YouTube censors. Do you want a belly rub? We have a request for a belly rub. What do you think? Yes? Oh, that's a big belly to rub. Look at that big belly. Okay, there you go. Get the fur off now. It's spring, so you're doing your heavy shedding right now. Is the vodka cold or room temperature? I like cold vodka and that too, but this is somewhere between cold and room temperature right now because we've been live streaming for almost 45 minutes. 40 minutes. I guess I started a minute or two late. It's very possible, Dana, very possible. Any more cooking videos coming up? I'm thinking maybe of doing one today. I received a number of recipes from my viewers recently, and I haven't really done a cooking vlog where I did a recipe somebody sent in. So maybe we're going to think about that. I want to maybe get 2 videos shot today because I need to get a little bit of a buffer. Things have kind of exhausted all my videos right now, so I have nothing uploaded at the moment. Actually, this house has been in pretty good shape. I haven't really had to do anything except just decorating, turning it into my place. Have the cats been meowing a lot? No, they've actually been pretty good lately. How's the job going? Job's going great. Job's going great. In fact, I had a talk with my boss a couple days ago. He wants me to take a more formal role in the training in the department. He says there's me and one other person he wants to kind of formally have become trainers. And he says that might mean, going to meetings and working with the training staff and stuff like that. So, that sounds like a great opportunity. One of the things I said to him at the time is, every job that I've been with long enough to become good at, I became a trainer. And I always found that, teaching other people was always the most rewarding part of things. So that's a good move. It's not going to be giving me more money, but you know what? That's all right. Uh, it's another kind of movement in the company where I can get some recognition. And I mean, it's weird on that kind of stuff anyway because I've already gotten kind of recognition to the point where people who I don't know who I am. I actually had a guy like 3 levels up who's like my boss's boss's boss come up to me the other day and was talking to me. And he passes me in the hall and he says hi by name. And it's like I have no idea who this guy is. And finally, I asked one of my leads, said, "Who is that?" And she says, "Oh, that's this person's boss." It's like, "Oh wow, I should probably get to know who they are then, huh?" But it's kind of cool when levels of management that you don't even know who you are, and they know who you are in a positive way. I mean, I guess it's not as good a thing if they know who you are in a negative way. But it's so nice to have people, have your managers and leads and supervisors and all that coming up to you and asking your opinion on things. That happened just yesterday. My lead came up to me at the end of the day and says, "So you heard about that new policy that's going into effect next week?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "What do you think of it?" It's like, we'll see. But it's nice to have them ask your opinion. Could that just never happened at Disney? Disney just implemented things, and who cares what your opinion is? In fact, don't even come and tell us what your opinion is because we don't want to hear it. That's just it's a nice change of pace. It's something I haven't felt in a long time in a job. There were jobs that I liked, but yeah, I think it's got good job security too. You're right, Angela. Do the kiddies play at night? If they do, I'm not aware of them. If they do, they may be out here, and this is kind of a long way from the bedroom. I like to keep cooking episodes. Like I said, I'm probably going to do one today. So that's really sad about Bruce Willis. I like Bruce Willis. He's been in a lot of movies I really like. I was never a Moonlighting fan, but I love Die Hard. He was great in The Sixth Sense. I liked him in Pulp Fiction. He was great in that. I mean, he's definitely a typecast type actor, but He's one of the best. So I wish him only the best. I'm sad that we won't see more Bruce Willis movies. I was just saying the same thing to myself this morning. John's like, man, I dodged that bullet. Got out of Disney just in time. Because I mean, it was getting bad even when I was there. Yeah, I guess we can. Since we lost the other one here, you can just go straight on shoot with me. Yeah, I heard about that guy that fell out of the ride in Ontario. That's scary. That's sad. Oh, Roberta's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Roberta. It was good talking to you. Yeah, I agree, David. It's you know it's nice when people want to hear what you think. It's a nice feeling. Yeah, I know. I've said the same thing about Walt. Walt would not agree with this. It should have pranked you on April Fools. Yeah. Hey, well, I didn't actually produce a vlog on April Fools, so that was, I think, part of the problem. Maybe next time. I've played pranks on you guys before. Let's say Bruce made 15 movies in the last 2 years. I'm not aware of that, but you're having problems with your Instant Pot? I haven't had any problems with mine. Mine's been great. Pressure cook, that's weird. How long have you had yours and do you use it a lot? Oh, they're all forgettable action flicks that go straight to DVD. Well, who knows? What happened to Bruce Willis? He announced, I think, just this past week that he is retiring from the movie industry. He's got some sort of a brain aphasia, and basically he's retiring to look after um, his health. So that doesn't sound good. Like I said, I'm gonna miss seeing him in movies because he's been in so many great ones. But that's also the nice thing too. There's so many great movies to pull out, of him. He was the one that helped the kid who could see dead people. And of course, he's John McClane, so you gotta love him for that. He was Butch in Pulp Fiction, the boxer. Hmm. Your mom has the same issue, just returns it to Costco and gets a new one. Yeah, that'd be a little difficult for me because I got mine in California. Yeah, Bruce Willis retired from the film industry. He's got some sort of a brain disease, something called aphasia, and he's got to focus on that now. Who knows? Who knows if it was something he did for the film, for the movies? You know, that's always a possibility for certain roles. You know, it happens with boxers too. I mean, you know, they come out and their bell's been rung so many times that you know you never know. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I would describe aphasia too. Yeah, I haven't seen Jeff yet. Maybe he's still in church. Maybe we'll slap him. Oh, I can just tell that that's going to go into the vernacular now, isn't it? I've seen so many great jokes about that in the last week. I used to do that too, Eric, where every once in a while I'd just say, I'm tired with my room configured the way it is. And on some Saturday, I just close the door and start moving everything around. And I wouldn't open the door until it was all done. And it was always configured differently. And it just felt like having a new place to come into. I don't do that here. Gee, you think, Angela? I mean, Will's been in a lot of great movies, but you know, I don't think he's really that diverse of an actor. You know, he's the same character in everything he's in. You know, he was the Fresh Prince of Bel Air in that TV show. Then we got into things like what Armageddon. He was the Fresh Prince in Armageddon, and when he was Men in Black, he was the Fresh Prince in Men in Black. You know, he was just a cocky, arrogant person who was way too enamored with himself. Hey, Brock, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I never saw Wild Wild West. You know, I always thought he was good in the movies he was in. It's just he's the same person. You know, you want somebody to act like Will Smith, you get Will Smith. I mean, I even kind of liked him a little bit in Hancock. The whole family of Will Smith is so messed up. Yeah, well, you know what? That kind of stuff tends to be hereditary. Yeah, it's nice weather here too. Have I used the new trailer yet? No, but one of the things I'm thinking I might do this week is start doing some gardening, and that will definitely be coming handy there. I got a lot of areas I got to do stuff with because I got that whole new area that I put next to the patio there that needs to be filled up. Plus, there's that area back in the corner where I used to have where the palm trees were, and basically everything in there died. So gonna have to put something else in there. But that's kind of the fun part is coming up with like I said earlier, sometimes you put something in an area to figure out if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll try something else. Yeah, I've heard that there's a weird situation there between him and his wife. In addition, if his wife's that sensitive about her hair loss, you know what? Wear a wig. There's no stigma to that. Who said you had to go to the hair to go to the Oscars with a haircut like Kojak? Well, in terms of what the trailer is the axle on the trailer is rated at 2,000 pounds, and that now so I got to account for the weight of the trailer itself, and I think the trailer is like 450 pounds or 550 pounds, and so I can haul a little over 1,400 pounds. And if I balance it right on the trailer, it shouldn't really be a problem with the car. Will might slap that wig off her head. Uh, Will might not even, or yeah, Will might not even have known. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Angela. Good talking to you too. Well, I never said I didn't have somewhat of a twisted sense of humor. Next, did I mention I was getting a new dresser? Well, I guess I did because I am getting one in the next month or so. My mom saw the one I have in there. She says that's not cutting it. So I actually went and found one that I think I like here. It's at the same place I got the stuff in the bedroom, in the guest bedroom. It's not that one. Must be here. Yeah. Let's see. I was looking at this one, but wasn't really into it. It's a little low, and I've never had one with a mirror on it. Don't really need a mirror. But there was another one I saw, and that's oops, wrong way here. And that's this one. I actually really kind of like that one. It's really well constructed. It's nice and tall. It's probably about 5 foot tall, and that's a little door there that slides this way. And I got the drawers here, and I got drawers in the bottom. And if you open up this door here, there's like two or three little shelves on there. So yeah, I think we're going to maybe do that at some point. Really, I really am happy with this. Like I said, I went to the same place that I got the furniture for the bedroom for the guest bedroom, and I was very very happy with it. They had really high quality stuff there, and so yeah, that's probably the one we're going to go with here. Yeah, I really like the tall one. Okay, so it looks like Eric's doing an episode of Jeopardy for us, or Trivial Pursuit. The truth is, the dresser I've had in that bedroom is the same dresser I've had since I was a kid, so it's probably time to retire that. It's in pretty poor shape and kind of falling apart. I mean, it still has damage on it that it did do it when I was a kid. What am I going to do with the old one? I don't know. I'll probably give it to Goodwill or Salvation Army or something. I mean, it's in pretty poor shape. I don't even know if they'll take it. You're absolutely right, Black Dot. I was thinking that too. I could just take it home with me. The only issue is one of the things that's nice is having two or three guys come in and move it. That's a heavy piece of furniture. And while I do have a hand truck and could probably move it that way, you know, I don't know. We have to explore that. But yeah, I have definitely considered the fact that I could put it in the trailer, haul it home for myself. Yeah, put it out on the curb. I could maybe do that too. I hear an airplane flying here, and I think it's from Matt's video in the background there. One of the places where he lives on the big island, kind of on the Kona side, and there's an airport right there along the ocean. So it could have been an airplane taking off out of there. I guess that's going to be the reoccurring theme here. Everything that Will could slap. Yeah, it's possible that somebody would take it if I left it out on the curb, but I don't know how much of a problem because it's not. It was never really a quality piece of furniture to begin with. It was one of those things that was just kind of slapped together. The walls are maybe an eighth of an inch or a quarter of an inch thick. Uh, the sliders on the drawer were just made out of plastic. It was definitely designed for you know for what it was. It was a dresser for a kid. Yeah, I do too. I think that's definitely because when I was looking at it, I was thinking, the other one's nice, but I don't really have need for something that big, or it's very very low to the ground, which is kind of an issue for me. I'd have to get down on my knees every time I open something up. This one's nice and big and tall and all that, so it's going to be a better fit for me, I think. Doesn't really look like it is. I'm kind of looking down on it a little bit in this shot, so it looks shorter than it is. It's actually about 5 feet tall, so that's a nice piece, I think. And I think that's probably the one we'll end up going with. Turns out this place where the furniture is actually remodeling a little bit right now, and they've been kind of taking a third of the store apart at a time and remodeling it. So I actually had to go out into their warehouse to see this. It's usually a very nice, very you know elegant looking store on the inside. So it was weird going out and looking at this stuff in a warehouse, but it's still quality. Use it as firewood. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that there's comets and asteroids out there like that. I mean, there's something called the Tunguska blast that happened in northern Siberia like 110 years ago. Uh, and it was many years later they even figured out what it was. But the blast was so powerful that you could see the light from London, thousands and thousands of miles away, and it created a shock wave that they say went around the world twice. And they say that was caused by an asteroid that didn't, or not an asteroid, a comet fragment that basically didn't even hit the ground. It exploded over the ground, and it was 30. It was such a remote area that it was like 30 or 40 years before they even got there. And let me see if I can find pictures of it. That's the beauty of the internet. There we go. Let's see if we can get some pictures here. And it's a good one here if it's better quality. Yeah, that'll do. Let's see if we get this thing to flip so we can see it right here. This isn't making this easy for me here. I'm gonna find one that's nice and clear. Yeah, that's a decent one. Basically, what they got, it was out in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of the forest somewhere, and it was like 30 or 40 years before they even got to the location. It was so remote. And when they got there, this is what they found. All these trees were knocked over. And when they actually tracked the direction of the trees that the trees were laying, they could figure out, what happened. And they said that an asteroid came in, exploded a few miles above the Earth, and knocked down these trees in this big blast pattern. You almost have 1,200 subscribers. That's awesome. Congratulations, Eric. I'm about to hit 4,000. I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to update anything else in the room. I mean, the headboard, I made that myself, so I'm probably not going to replace that anytime soon. And I'm happy with the bookshelves that are in there. Do you think Tesla is demonstrating his death rate? Maybe. Yeah, it seems to me that, yeah, they called it a comet fragment. So, I think they're saying it was maybe the size of a school bus. Yeah, it did. It exploded in the atmosphere. Probably would have been better if it hit the ground. Most of the energy would have been driven into the ground. But since it happened in the air, it's just this big blast pattern that comes down and wipes everything out. Shooting stars are fun, yeah. I do remember the trees from Mount St. Helens, same kind of thing. Hey, Terry, it's been a long time. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you again. I have a vlog that's, or might actually be a couple of vlogs I get out of it that are based in Austin. I've been planning those for probably 2 years. It's one of those days. One of these days, I'll go down there and do it. Might be one of those because I've got like a whole bunch of locations I'd like to find, and it might be one of those things where I go there, spend the night, and then come back the next day because it's a 2 hour drive to Austin to begin with. So it's not like you want to go down there, you know, shoot a whole bunch of logs and then drive home that night. That'll be a tough day. Yvonne is checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Yvonne. Yeah, miss seeing you, Terry. You see Bite there at the end of the hall, kind of just checking things out. Oh, Tracy's checking out too. That's fine. Thanks for stopping in. It's a good question, Suzanne. What's the difference between comets and asteroids? Comets are basically blocks of ice. They basically scientists kind of describe them as dirty snowballs. They're formed at the outer edge of the solar system. Like I said, it's mostly water, and they're in really odd orbits. You know, you think of an orbit of a planet going around a star; it's basically a circular orbit. Well, since comets start way, way, way far away from their star, they kind of come in at really long elliptical orbits, and then they go real close to the star, and then they get hurled back out into space again. And since they're basically just ice and dust, uh, as they start getting close to the star, the heat from the star, or the sun in our case, begins burning off material off of it, and it ends up with this big bright tail that points away from the star until it gets hurled back out into the deeps of space again. So you might not see a comet for once every 100 years because it's getting thrown so far out into space. But an asteroid, on the other hand, is a chunk of either rock or iron. And so they're different things. And asteroids are generally either failed planets or maybe planets that were destroyed in collisions or something like that. There's an asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter that is generally thought to maybe been another planet at one point that maybe have been torn apart by the gravity from Jupiter, or maybe it just was debris that never formed uh, into a planet. So they're generally closer, and they generally, unless they get perturbed out of their orbit, knocked out of their orbit by something like a planet the size of Jupiter, uh, they sometimes get hurled into the galaxy, into the center of the galaxy, and that's when they become dangerous to us. Comets are usually like dirty snowballs, and asteroids are rocks. Comets are usually more dangerous too, because since they're coming in from such a far distance, by the time they pass Earth's orbit, they're going at an incredibly fast speed. So if they hit you, they're gonna hit you really hard. They say it was a comet that wiped out the dinosaurs. There we go. We've nerded out a little bit there for you today. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, I'm happy with so far how the house has turned out. Yeah, I'm the same way, Terry. Astronomy was the first thing I was ever into as a kid. In fact, I'll show you something here. Hang on. When I was probably second or third grade, my elementary school had a book fair, and I went to that with my parents. And my parents said, "Yeah, they'll buy me a book if I wanted it to." And I went and I found this one on the stars and the planets, and this was what really started my fascination with astronomy. And I opened and read it so many times that the pages have all come apart. It's all completely lost its binding and all that. It's all just falling apart. But yeah, I've had that for forever since I was like in the third grade. So that was the start of my interest in astronomy, and it had pictures of the sun and different planets. At least what we knew of the planets, in the early '70s. You know, picture Mars. So I was fascinated with that. That started a lifelong hobby and obsession with astronomy. Yeah, see, that's going to be the running joke today. You know what? I'm not. I'm growing. My vlog is growing about the way I'm happy with it. I'm happy with things are going. There's a slow, steady growth, and you know what? I like doing this. So we'll slap the dinosaurs. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think anyone who's even moderately science interested has got to be obsessed with astronomy. Because I mean, think about that. Every other science we know is confined to what happens on our little teeny tiny little planet. But you look up, the space goes forever in every direction. How can you not be fascinated with that? Just the thought of that. Has the tree above the pool stopped dropping leaves? I'm not sure yet. About a week ago, there was a thick layer of leaves all over the yard, and I actually went over it with a lawnmower to kind of scoop them up and get them bagged. And I don't know. I haven't seen as much lately, so maybe we're coming to the end of that. We'll leave the cover on for another couple of weeks and see what happens. You see a well loved book that's fallen apart. You know it's a good book. It was an influential book. It was one I went back to many times. How am I doing with the kitchen? Well, we're still on hold with the cabinets. As you know, I canceled the order with Lowe's, and I'm just going to take some time off. That was too much stress for the time. Having to try and manage that project. Yeah, me too, Terry. I'm looking forward to seeing another strange thing in the skies in the next about 2 years. There's supposed to be a total solar eclipse that goes right through the middle of Waco. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be my first total eclipse ever. I hope the weather supports it. It's going to really suck if the day that the eclipse comes, it's overcast. But we'll see. If it's a day like today, it's beautiful out today. It'd be a perfect day for an eclipse. I've said it before, but if I'm still vlogging, I'm going to try and live stream the whole thing. I got that solar telescope that I showed you a couple years ago. That will be the central figure in all of this. Yeah, I hope I'll be able to do it too. I mean, worst case scenario, even if it's overcast, I'll be outside live streaming it, and you can just watch it get dark around me because it'll still get dark. It's just you won't be able to see the image of the sun. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate that. Haven't seen Bite and Nibble here for a while, but yeah, I heard about that in Sacramento. There's a huge orange reddish flare seen in the sky last week down near Houston. Same thing was seen all the way in Egypt. Things like that catch my attention. Yeah, I think that would catch my attention too. What do I mean? Will if I'm still vlogging? Well, we'll see. I better still be blogging. We'll see what happens. Right now I don't have any reason to stop. So yeah, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Rhonda is not here with the girls today because apparently they lost a cat last night. I got a picture here. Apparently, let's see, what was the cat's name? His name was Kofi, and apparently he had a seizure last night and died this morning. So Rhonda and the girls are mourning the lost kitty. I know what that's like. What a great cat! Look at that, sticking his tongue out at the camera. How awesome is that? So yeah, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. I'm sure this is Charlotte and Logan's first real experience with death. It's got to be especially difficult for them. I don't know how I would deal with it. I probably would get another one. See, I've got two of them, so that's the likelihood of me losing both of them at once is probably kind of remote. But there's never been a point since I was about 6 or 7 years old where I didn't have some sort of a pet in my life, and I don't know how I would do not having one in my life. So and it's funny because just I think a week ago, Rhonda posted another picture in Facebook. Um, let's see if I can find that one of all of their farm over there. Let's see here. Yeah, they got quite a menagerie over there. Do it this way, see if we can figure out what's. Rhonda's such an active participant on the Facebook page. Let's see here. Oh, I bet she was under this one because I posted a picture of the cat I had before Bite and Nibble, and a lot of people posted their pets as a result. And yeah, yeah, this was Rhonda posting their menagerie. That's their skinny pig. I guess it's a guinea pig without hair. And you may have heard of Bob Buttons. That's Bob Buttons. And Makamoo, I guess. She's mentioned all of her pets have strange names. So that's cool. Let's see, what was this one? Hang on, actually, I'm back out of the page here. That one's Scruggles, or apparently dump truck. That one has two names. And of course, Kofi. That's the one that just passed away last night. And Munchkin. That's a pretty cat, isn't it? Look at that face. So yeah, they quite a zoo over there, but it's still sad. I know, eventually I'm going to lose one of my kitties, and it's gonna be tough. They're 15 years old, so they're not going to last forever. That's sad, but that's part of life too. Let's see here. I think I missed a lot of comments here while I was babbling. So yeah, and every pet I've ever had, I've had to put down too, and that makes it even harder, knowing that you're the one that's actually making it happen. Terry misses doing her silly videos. Her silly videos are fun. Your podcast co-host made it to Waco. You're going to go out and have lunch today. Sounds great. Munchkin is your orange cat name, huh? All right. Oh, Gene's checking out. Time to go to church. And speaking of church, hey Jeff, how you doing? Saw the videos or the photos you did of the new ramp you put on the church. That looks great. You did a good job. And it does look a lot less sketchy than the one that was there. I wouldn't want to have to wheel myself up that old ramp. Looks like they did a really good job. I saw you asking for volunteers to help you put all that stuff back together, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? If I lived in Florida, I'd be there. That'd be fun. Thanks, Jeff. It's good seeing your name. You want to come up and see Jeff's name? Huh? You're just gonna sit there and stare at me, hoping I feel sorry and give you a kitty treat, right? That's what this is all about. Jeff's saying hi, and you're not even looking at him.
Meow.
Well, you're just going to come up and visit. That's just all it's going to have to be. Oh, yeah, we've been escapees for a long time, Connie. If you're one of Jordan's fans, you're a Lionheart. If you're here, you're an escapee. Man, I was just reading some of the stuff that's happening in Disney right now. It's like I sure got out of that place in time.
Meow.
Come on up. These kitty treats aren't going to eat themselves. No, they aren't. For all you have pets, they all just came to the TV now, didn't they? That's like the universal treat sound.
Meow. Meow.
So you even got Terry's kitties looking at the TV.
Meow.
That's a joke for all the cats, by the way. The rest, all you humans, you're not going to understand that, but trust me, your cats are laughing right now. I'm freaking out your cats. Awesome. That's what I'm going for, Terry. Yeah, well, that's the reality of pet ownership, and this is. I was thinking back, ever since I started vlogging, this is the story of my life for the past 3 years. The good parts, the bad parts, the things I've done, the things I've seen, the places I've gone. It's gonna be interesting. I can go back when I'm old and senile. I can go back and live my glory days. And kiddos, yeah, yeah. I guess that's what we need to be for cooking with the kids fan. We're kiddos. I don't know. I might be a little too old to be referred to as a kiddo, though. Oh, thanks, Terry. I wish you were still doing yours. Yours were fun to watch too. Yeah, you and me both, Suzanne. Maybe someday you'll get back to YouTube. Yeah, I know. Sometimes the other people on YouTube can be vicious, but if I had any more bad weather, no, not really. Just that one day, but that was exciting. Kind of gives you a view of what would happen if there actually was a tornado. I'm not going to be the one cowering in the shelter. I'm going to be the one out filming it. Crazy. Tornado sirens are out, and I'm out in the rain watching it. What a lunatic. Why do you watch this lunatic? You see, I really am an escapee. John's putting up a greenhouse. I've thought about a greenhouse over the outdoor garden I have. Probably wouldn't be that hard to retrofit something. They picked up a battery powered light for the shelter. There actually is one that's in there. It's one of those like push lights where it's on a magnet and you basically just push it and it comes on. But I got to remember to keep it charged. It'd be nice to have something out there that charged automatically. You're right. I probably never will use the storm shelter, but I like having it here. Like a lot of things, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's like auto insurance or something like that. Yeah, I suppose if you have, well, I mean, it depends on the storm shelter. Mine's above ground. I know when you're down really close to the coast, you can't dig too far down without hitting water. 43 miles to Galveston. Well, Galveston has its own history of atmospheric events. There was that big hurricane that went through there, what, 100 years ago or whenever it was. Moody Mansion. Need to check it out someday. Yeah, I do love history. I'll have to look up that, see what it is. If your dog purrs, how awesome is that? Tell me when the cat starts barking now, and then we'll be on to something. Have I seen the possum lately? No, but I've only seen it a couple times. I saw it about a week before I showed it to you on video. It was in the trash can. It didn't, it had its tail hanging out of the trash can, so it was eating something out of the trash can. By the time I came back with the camera, it was gone. But that time, the time I caught it on camera, I actually saw it and say, "Oh yeah, there we go. Here he is back again." It's one of those things. I'm sure he shows up periodically at night. I have some cool pictures on the wall. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of think my place looks like one of those diners that you go into, like a Chili's or something like that. Fuddruckers, where every inch of the wall is covered with stuff. They really scare you. Yeah. Well, they're pretty harmless. They were an issue with they were an issue when I had the pond in the backyard in California because they'd get in there and they'd tear up my lily pads and they'd eat my fish. And Well, I trapped the possum. No, it isn't really an issue anymore. Like I said, I my problem with them in California is that they were eating my fish. That isn't a problem now, so they stay out of my way. I'll stay out of theirs. As people pointed out in that video, there's a whole bunch of reasons why possums are good to have around. They eat insects. They eat small rodents and stuff like that. So no worries. I want to try and I want to kind of make my place as welcoming to nature as possible. That's why we feed the local wildlife. That's why we have bird feeders and bird baths and that kind of stuff. They cook Himalayan and opossum around here. Yeah, I suppose. Probably was a point where they cooked them here too. Yeah, I know. We I see them on the roads, on the side of the road sometimes too. It's so strange to see an armadillo on the side of the road, but that happens here too. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop this one a little early. I got a little problem I got to deal with. So sorry about that, everyone. I'm going to pull the plug on this one early. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Good night.